Hi friends, it's Tanya with Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot. It is on the East Coast. It is 3 o'clock basically on Thursday, July 14th. And so like basically smack in the middle of summer. Nice and humid here on the East Coast where I'm at. We've had some rain the last couple days, not really any today, but it's been very humid and muggy. So typical hot summer weather here. We're in a stretch of hot weather and humid weather and afternoon shower thunderstorms. So I am coming to you today for a let's do lunch, but of course it's a little bit later than normal. I don't know if you saw my post earlier this week, but this is a weird month for me with me and my family. The boys are at different camps the next 3, including this week, and then the next 2 weeks, so basically the rest of July. So I have to kind of shift everything around. I'm on mom carpool duty, which is not the same that I normally am. So I've had to shift some things around. So if you're joining me, let me know. I'm trying to get my computer in front of me up so I can hopefully see that I am live. And there I am. I see myself. Let me see if I can find a way to see the comments. And if you're watching a replay, whether it's on Facebook or maybe you're catching this on the YouTube channel, let me know how you're doing and what's going on, what you're doing so far this summer. Have you done any crafting this summer? Maybe you've done some stamping, maybe you've done some quilting, some woodworking, whatever it is. I love to hear about different people's hobbies and crafts and creations. So. All right, well, it looks like I was there and now I can't find myself. So give me just a second, because when I turn my phone down to start showing you projects, I won't be able to see comments for good. So I want to make sure I can see them. And I was just there. Oh, there I am. I found myself. Okay, great. So, hi, Cheryl. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you're still on. If not, I'm glad you stopped by. So let's see, today's the 14th of July, smack in the middle of the month, smack in the middle of summer, it feels like. And next week I have a really big event coming up, my Christmas in July class on Saturday the 23rd. I do have a little bit of space left, but not much. So we have around 20 to 22 people right this moment. So I do have a little bit of space left. If you're interested in coming, it is in Virginia Beach at Memorial United Methodist Church. And it starts at 10 a.m. and we're going till about 1 p.m. It's $40 a person, and we'll be making 12 Christmas cards, 3 designs, 4 of each. So kind of like a mini camp sort of thing. We'll have door prizes and favors. It'll be festive and refreshments. We're not going to have like a full-on lunch or anything, but there'll be refreshments, of course, because most people will probably eat breakfast before they come and then probably have afternoon plans. So, but they'll definitely, you won't starve, that's for sure. I always make too much anyway, I feel like. So, so I hope you can join me. I know Cheryl is coming. I don't know if she's still on here, but I know she's coming. So I'm glad she's joining me at the Christmas in July class. And again, I have a little bit of space left, and that's all I can say. So reach out to me and let me know if you're interested, and so I can get you on the list, because it will probably, I'm going to have to stop letting people sign up. So that's that. Another thing that's going on, big thing, I have my normal classes going on still. My Happy Hands is at the end of the month. I believe it's the 28th, Thursday night, the 28th. That's here in the studio in Chesapeake. I have a Create Together next Wednesday, which is the 20th. And you can join me here in the studio beginning at 7 p.m. And it's just a casual bring your own crafting and create together from 7 to 10. And if you're not local or don't want to come out to the studio, you can also join us via Zoom and create and chat. And that starts at 7:30 on the 20th. So that's next Wednesday. That's open to anybody. Originally, I started doing it with just my team, but then I've expanded it out to anyone in the Sweet Tea Stampers community and really anyone that wants to join us. So it's just a fun evening of crafting. Everybody works on something different. You kind of just show everybody what you're doing, whether you're in person or on Zoom. It's another really fun little gathering and opportunity to get together. So So that's next week's gonna be pretty busy. I got that on the 20th. My son's birthday's on the 21st. Then Christmas in July on the 23rd, and then the 28th is Happy Hands. So that'll wrap up my July events. And then August is right around the corner, and we just got information and details that August 5th, 6th, and 7th in the state of Virginia, and there's other states included. So I know South Carolina's one on that same weekend. But they're sales tax holidays for back to school shopping. And so Stampin' Up! Does have items that qualify for that promotion. So I have a list, and in Virginia, again, it's gonna be on the 5th, 6th, and 7th. There is a limit per item on the amount that gets tax-free. I believe it's in Virginia up to $20. So if the item's over $20, it doesn't qualify. But it's things like adhesives, markers, scissors, the blends, let's see what else, but up to $20-ish, I think it is. I have the list somewhere, but it's not within reach, so I cannot tell you the specifics, but it's a couple weeks out. So if you have a question about that, let me know. I will definitely have a host code open for that weekend, because it's a great weekend to shop and get tax-free on some items. That's August 5th, 6th, and 7th. The 7th is also my monthly stamp club, or I call it my monthly card class. It is a loose club, meaning if you come consistently month after month, it actually turns into a club for you, and each person is tracked individually. And after 6 months of that, then you get $25 in free product of your choice. So you kind of build your stash along the way over 6 months period, and at the end of that 6 months, you get a $25 product credit. And so that's usually the first Sunday of the month. Occasionally we have to bump it to the second Sunday. Like in July, it had to be July 10th because I was out of town for the holiday weekend for July 4th. But August will be on the 7th. September, because of Labor Day, will also be on the second Sunday. So it'll be September 11th for that. Just to give you a little heads up on that. But that's a class you can come and just pay to play, as I like to say. Just pay to make the projects, or you can make a purchase and get the projects for free. And that's going to be here in the studio. The next one's August 7th. It's a Sunday at 1 o'clock. And then the other big thing for August, we are just about to put the details out tomorrow, so be on the lookout. I know Michelle, my friend, has already put out a save the date. Some of you stamp with her as well. But Friday, August 19th will be our next in-person potluck Stampin' bingo night. So that'll be Friday, August 19th. More details coming soon. We do have limited space. We each have about 15 spots that we can fill, and then we will start waiting lists. So there's 3 of us doing that event, myself, Michelle, and Colleen. So again, that's August 19th. The cutoff for that will be August 5th, or if we fill up first, that will be the cutoff. So it will be in person only. I know some people sometimes ask, are you going to do it virtually as well? It is too impossible to do a virtual hybrid in-person bingo event like that. We have done them virtually in the past, of course, especially during COVID, but we cannot do them hybrid version. It's too crazy. So unfortunately, we won't be doing the hybrid for bingo. But be on the lookout. You never know when we might throw a virtual bingo together in the future, because they're fun too. So, all right. Well, let's see what else I had to say. I think that's it. I'm going to flip my phone down. I got a couple things to show you, and then we're going to stamp for a little bit. I'm actually making 2 cards, and I'm calling it a 2-for-1 because we're using parts from one on the second card. So it's featuring the Splendid Day Suite, and I will show you those products when I flip my phone down. So hang tight and make sure you say hi, because as you'll see in just a moment here, saying hi, making a comment on my posts between now and September 5th will get you your name in the bucket. So hopefully you can see those. I've been adding tickets to it. They kind of clump together, but there's probably about 40 tickets in here already. And that is for my Sweet Stampin' Summer promotion. So just a reminder about that promotion. It began on June 21st, the first day of summer, and runs all the way until September 5th. That is not obviously the last day of summer in real life, but it is a last day of summer for me and my family because school starts on the 6th. We will be doing drawings for prizes that week. Hi, Sherry. Thank you for checking in from West Virginia. That first week of school, I'll be doing prize drawings from all these tickets that accumulate all summer long. And prizes will be included such as adhesive, embellishments, stamp sets, gift certificates. And there's lots of ways to earn your tickets. So, let me move this over just a little bit more. Basically, everybody gets one ticket when they attend one of my regular events. So things like my monthly card class, which is also my club, the Happy Hand Stamp class, Let's Kit Together, or the Sweet Tea Stampers Create Together. Some of those classes, of course, I offer both in person and on Zoom. And if you're attending via Zoom, you also get a ticket for attending my regular events. Then commenting on my Facebook posts, my Facebook Lives. So you'll get a ticket in there for when you post a comment on my Facebook post here on Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot, and also when I post anything in the Sweet Tea Stampers community group. So make sure you are locked in to following those and get your notifications of when I posted something new. Placing orders. So you get one ticket for when you place a $30 order, 2 for a $50, and 5 tickets when you place a $100 order. And also, when you bring a new friend to one of my events, someone that has never stamped with me before, they're considered a new friend, a new Stampin' friend, to any of my events, then you'll get 3 tickets for that. 3 tickets when you attend my special events, like if you're coming to my Christmas in July class or the bingo class, bingo night in August and Christmas in July class, obviously next weekend, you'll get 3 tickets because that's a special event that you're coming to. And then 5 tickets, I will have special ordering days. So I've only had one so far back on June 21st. And anyone that placed an order of these quantities, besides just getting the tickets that they qualified for the minimum amount spent, they also are getting special day order tickets, 5 additional tickets on those days. So be on the lookout for those. I plan to have at least one in July, possibly 2, and definitely one more at least throughout. I'll probably do one in July, 1 to 2 in August, and possibly 1 in September. So we'll see how that goes, but just be on the lookout for those and those special ordering days, and those will be exclusively for placing orders on those days to get extra tickets. So fill up the bucket. I'm excited to give away prizes, and it's fun to fill out all these tickets. So again, that's my Sweet Stampin' Summer promotion. All right, so other things going on right now, of course, the mini catalog is in effect, and we're going to be using this today, some products out of here for our projects. And Sale-A-Bration started 2 weeks ago, basically, on July 1st. Hi, Irene. Thanks for joining. Sale-A-Bration started, and unfortunately, I don't know if you've heard the news, but one of the items, these pool party and soft sea foam cards and envelopes, have sold out. The ones on page 8. So you can no longer get those, but there's still plenty of other $50 choices. There's stamp sets, the hippo dies, hippest hippos, hippo dies, the Rings of Love designer series paper is still available. The stylish sketches stamp set is still available. These are all $50 items. And then the silver and gold designer series paper, those are all still available. And then all the $100 ones are still available too. Amazing Phrases, the Tree Lot dies, and the bundle of Wonderful World and Wonderful World designer series paper is still available. And of course, hosting your own party or placing a very, very large order, so a minimum $300 order as a host, you get this bonus perfect pomegranate stamp set. And then I do want to show you our join promotion. So our starter kit is $125 in product that you choose. You only pay $99 plus tax. Shipping is free on that. In addition, right now during Sale-A-Bration, you get this beautiful, I gotta say, absolutely beautiful planner that Stampin' Up! Is exclusive design. It has a nice magnetic closer, so that's a magnet. And I have already started putting it together. I'm doing 3 months at a time, so it's not so bulky, but there's pockets in here. There's 4 sheets of stickers, 2 of each of these that you can use throughout your planner. There's a little pocket here. There's some pockets here. There's a pen holder. Did not put a pen in there yet. And then there's a little page divider. I have not started writing in it. I just put it together yesterday because I didn't get it right away. But there's dividers for your months, and they have a month view here for each month, starting with July of 2022. And the other great thing is it goes all the way until December of 2023. So it's 18 months worth. And then it gives you a weekly layout. So you've got the month view overall and then the weekly view. And the weekly parts are all customizable. And then there's kind of a reflection page for the month. And then let me show you some other things they have. Some other paper inserts, different styles of lists and writing, if you like to journal, some other list making pages, some grid paper, and you can customize how much you put in there at one time and how you lay it out, which I really like that option, that it's customizable. So that's part of it. You get the planner plus all of those pages. Like I said, I only put 3 months in. I have all of these left to use for the next 15 months for that. And then it also comes with an exclusive making plans stamp set. So this is all the stamps you would use to kind of fill in some gaps there and add some fun stamps to and images to. And it also comes with these fun notebooks. This is 3 notebooks. These are a little bit smaller than here. I have seen people putting them inside here, so they do fit inside the pockets there. So you can use these for whatever you like as well. All right, so I wanted to share that with you because this is exclusive to anyone signing up during our Sale-A-Bration period. So between July 1st and August 31st only. And they're going to get this whole collection of things for free with their starter kit. So again, an awesome, awesome planner. And if you're a planner person, which I am, you'll really love it. I promise you. It is awesome and very customizable to whatever you like. All right. So let me know if you're interested in that. Getting one of these, and I can let you know. Plus you get to pick out, not only you get this for free, but you get $125 in product of your choice. So if you've got a good size wish list from the mini catalog, now's a great time to get that product for a reduced price. And then of course, anything you purchase after you get your starter kit, it's gonna start at 20% off everything. So it's a great deal and a great time, and I would love to have you join our Sweet Stampers team because we are an awesome group spread out all over, and I do provide training and connections via digital, Zoom, and Facebook. I have special groups, and we have lots of things that you can connect with us even if you aren't local. So keep that in mind. All right, let's look at what we're doing today. So I am going to be sharing with you from the holiday or the mini catalog, the July to December, products and samples, cards that we're going to make using the Splendid Day suite of products. So this is on page 64. As this is kind of the sample page. The whole suite is $82.25, and included in that is the, on page 65, the stamp set and die set, a nice soft seam binding, soft sea foam ribbon, the Splendid Thoughts trinkets, sorry, they're called the open leaf trinkets, and then the Splendid Day designer paper. I'm going to show you some pieces of the paper. It is absolutely beautiful. A lot of times when we have a specialty paper, the foil accents are just that, accents. This paper is really mostly foil, I have to say. And the colors in this paper pack are Calypso Coral, Copper, Fresh Freesia, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Sahara Sand, and Soft Seafoam. So one side is going to be mostly foil, and then the flip side is going to have a flat design. Here's another sample. It's just really pretty, especially in person. That's got the Sahara Sand. This is kind of the Fresh Freesia piece. This one's the Soft Seafoam piece, which I love. It's like a pearlized part. Do you see that little hidden ladybug? I just literally noticed that. Do you see that ladybug on there? I'm hoping I'm getting it. Look at that little ladybug right there. I just saw that. And they're sprinkled on the paper. I just noticed that, literally just now. Okay. And then the back side of that's kind of another Soft Seafoam scheme of colors. This one, I don't have much of this one left. And it's kind of a copper shade because I used it for one of the projects, and I'll show you that when I'm done stamping. And then this one has, this is a full sheet because I haven't cut this one down yet. It's got the little bees on it. And then, of course, you could slice this in half pretty easily and make chunks to go on card fronts. And the back side of that is kind of a Soft Seafoam. So it's really pretty paper. And look at that, I just found a surprise with the ladybug. All right, so I do have a host code open for the month of July if you are ready to place your Sale-A-Bration order, or any order really. And don't forget, you'd get your tickets for the Sweet Summer Stampin' promotion. But if you go to tanyareed.stampinup.net, my host code for the month of July will be D6P397UM. So that is my host code for the month. Alrighty, let's see. I think I've got everything ready to go. So I designed these cards, and we made them the other day at my monthly card class back on Sunday. And I used the Pool Party and Soft Seafoam cards and envelopes because, of course, on Sunday they weren't yet sold out. So I do want to show them to you. Hopefully some of you did get your hands on them before they disappeared. But you get in there, if you got them and you haven't opened them yet, it comes with 20 printed envelopes. They're all printed the same. And then 10 card bases. One has got a Soft Seafoam design, and one has got a Pool Party design. So this is actually what I used on my projects today. So, and again, you get 10 of each color card base and then 20 of the envelope. So if you got them for free, consider yourself lucky because they're gone. But I had already planned to make this project, so I figured I would roll with it and show it to you anyway. You could easily, instead of using these, if you don't have them, you could just start with a base of basic white and then maybe cut a smaller piece, a quarter sheet of the Pool Party or the Soft Seafoam to create a layer there of color where we're missing the base here. All right, so I mentioned earlier that this is kind of a 2-for-1 card because I'm using some of the same pieces of designer paper in different ways on both cards. So let me show you what they look like before we start. So here is one card. And like I said, I'm focusing just on the Splendid Day Suite. So this has the die cut pieces, the specialty paper, the trinket, and the Soft Seafoam ribbon there. And then where I cut these pieces out, I then used on my second card as the focal point on that one. So these were kind of the leftover scraps to create some frames, and I put those on top of the Soft Seafoam base. So that's what I'm going to be making today, and I've already pre-cut out some of these pieces so it'll go a little faster. All right, so I'm going to start with the Pool Party base. And like I said, Splendid Thoughts is the stamp set. And the only thing I'm really using out of this for the project today, because I'm really focusing on using the designer paper and the embellishments, is the greetings. So I've got Let's Celebrate on one and Sending Hugs on the other. But this is a really nice set. You've got some two-step stamping places to use those, and several greetings and a little bee as well. So a nice little stamp set. It does have a coordinating die set, and this is what it looks like. This is the die that I used to cut out these pieces that I'm showing you right now, which this is probably one of my favorite dies. I've seen it used as a plant or pot holder, and in this case, it's just kind of the focal point of the card. All right, so I'm just gonna fold this in half. The pool party base. And I have also already die cut out in Petal Pink. This is from the Stylish Shapes dies. These are the ones that are in the annual catalog. They are new with this annual catalog that started in May. If you spend money on anything, this is the die set you should get. I have been using it so much. It has some great layering pieces, and they're all stitched to give you that faux stitched look. But this is the one I'm using for this particular card, is this banner here. For both cards, actually. So I'm going to stamp that. I'm gonna do Let's Celebrate on this one. And I'm just gonna stamp it in Memento Black. All right, here we go. Put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. All right, so just stamp that right there on the little label. And then now we're just going to assemble parts. So what I did was I had little rectangles of the designer paper already cut out, and they are basically 2.5 by 3.5 rectangles. And then you cut out that die cut shape. And I don't know if you can see the detail on it, but it is stitched a little bit and it has a little bit of embossed edging around it. It might be hard to see on the camera, but maybe you can see it. And I'm going to save these pieces for the second card. And I did it with 4 of the different colors. And 4 of the different papers. And then we have this piece of basic white that is 3 by 4.5. And I'm going to rough up the edges. Now, roughing up the edges, you can do multiple ways. I like to use my bone folder because it doesn't cause as much shredded paper. It just kind of bends it a little bit and softens the edge. But some people like to use the edge of their scissors, but then it kind of shreds the paper a little bit more. So either way, whatever works for you. Some people have a special tool for it, a distressing tool. Some people use the edge of their table if they have a corner, nice sharp corner on their edge of their table. They just take the paper and run it along the edge there. But I'm just doing it medium to light to give it a little bit of roughness and distressed look along the edge of the basic white paper. Okay, then I'm going to just take some adhesive. I'm going to actually use my Stampin' Seal and put down these 4 half circles on this piece of white. And they're going to be like just no particular order. I'm copying what I did earlier just because I did happen to like the way it all turned out. So 3 kind of come down from the top, and then you can leave a little bit of a gap because that's where we're going to put our ribbon and our greeting. And then I'm going to put the one that has the soft sea foam towards the bottom. So like I said, there is a little bit of a gap there for the ribbon and greeting. Then I've got a piece of this nice soft sea foam seam binding, which is really nice. I love getting good ribbon, especially when it coordinates so well with our sweets and our products and our paper. And this has a little bit of a shimmery sheen to it. And just gonna do a double knot there. I might shift it over in a second. I'm gonna take this piece and use dimensionals and pop it up onto my card front. Just kind of put a few of these on there. I always like to have one around where the ribbon is so that it helps it stay in place. All right. Got all those off, and we'll just pop this right on our card front. Haven't even trimmed my ribbon yet. The grid paper is throwing me off, so I want to make sure it's somewhat straight. I tend to think it's straight, and then when I look at it later, I'm like, that is really not straight, but that's okay. And then we're going to take the Let's Celebrate and pop it right on our card front there. So I'm going to grab some more dimensionals. And it's going to go right over the ribbon across the front there to the right. Like that. And I'm going to trim up this ribbon. Well, that was not a good slice, Tanya. Let's try that again. Try not to cut my hand. Not holding it the best. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's it so far. And then we're gonna take one of these open leaf trinkets. These are pretty good size. They're about 1 inch long, actually almost 1.5 inches long, and 3/4 of an inch wide almost. And they're pretty heavy. Jokingly, one of my friends, she had some earrings on the other day, and she just put her earring hook through there and just added them to her earrings. Thought that was really funny that she actually just made them into an earring right there while we were stamping. But to adhere this, I'm going to actually just take some glue dots, and I have some spare leftovers, of course, from my paper pumpkins. Imagine that. And I'm just going to stick them right to, put 2 or 3 of them right there on the trinket itself, kind of right along where the stem of this open leaf thing would be. And then I'm going to just tuck it under a little bit. See if I can tuck it under without getting it. Of course, I have done that. I might have to change where I put it because I have a dimensional stuck under there. All right, let's try this a different way. We'll just stick it like this. I just want to make sure I get that little eyelet tucked under there a little bit. Like that. So that is card number 1 of 2. So again, all the products from Splendid Day, plus unfortunately the sold out note cards, but you could easily, like I said, take this and make it either a base of Pool Party and do some background stamping there, like tone on tone, or you could take a piece of basic white and do a 1/4 sheet matted around with Pool Party. All right, so that's that one. Let's get on to the next one. The next one is going to use the soft sea foam base from that Sale-A-Bration cards and envelopes packet. And like I said, we had all 4 of these left over from the first project, and I'm going to use some on the foil side and some I'm going to flip over and use on the reverse side. So we're going to put those on with mini dimensionals. So we're going to just put all 4 of those on our card front. I'm going to start with the one in the top corner, which is the one that's kind of like a fresh freesia color scheme. And I'm just putting them on the back of these 4 corners. Hardest part is peeling off all these backings sometimes. Thank you, Sherry, for that compliment. I just saw that pop up. Lovely card. I'll show you my inspiration because I did kind of take inspiration from cards that Stampin' Up! Shared with us. All right, now I'm going to take the second one. This is the one that has kind of a Calypso coral, petal pink color scheme going on. I can hear my son downstairs. So right now, one of my boys is currently at Scout camp all week out in the mountains of Virginia. He's about 6 hours away. Not as far west as they had all that flooding, but not far from that actually. He's out near Whiteville, Virginia, Christiansburg, that area, way out in the mountains, about 6 hours away. He's been gone since Saturday, and he'll be coming home this Saturday. That's my oldest, Clayton. My youngest, Ian, is currently downstairs. He's the one that's been having half-day camps all week, and I have had to turn into mom bus or mom taxi because the way they run the bus options in the summer, it is way too long for him to be on the bus because of where we live and where the camps are at. So I have been running him around all week, but today was his last day for this week, and then he goes the next 2 weeks as well. But he's downstairs playing video games, and I can hear him because I did not shut the door up here. And again, usually when I'm doing these during lunchtime, no one's here but me, so I don't usually shut this door up here. But today, I can hear him playing his video game, but that's okay. So I'm just kind of placing these like little frames on the front. So I'm excited to, I haven't talked to my oldest all week. He's 12. This is his second year to go away for camp for a whole week. Haven't talked to him one bit. But some of the scout leaders that they're with from our group have posted some pictures to our private, or to our Facebook group, which is private. So I've been able to see a few pictures of him from earlier this week, but haven't talked to him, so I'm excited to see how he enjoyed this camp versus last year's when he does get home this weekend. Okay, so there's the 4 frames. Again, these are the leftover pieces from this card. Then what I did was take some other little pieces of the same designer paper and cut out the die from the set that makes this little teeny branch, if you will. I don't know if it's called a branch. I don't know what you would call it exactly, but this is what it looks like once you cut them out. Kind of a very delicate looking branch. And I'm going to take these and put them in 3 of the windows, and I'm going to use some glue dots for that as well. And you don't need many because you're just going to stick this to the paper and slide it underneath. Again, just little peekaboos in the windows. And then one we'll do with the foil side up. And then we need to stamp. We didn't do our greeting yet on this one, so we'll get that one coming next. Okay, so we're going to take the same banner label that I used on the first card and stamp Sending Hugs, which again is one of the stamps out of the greetings from the set. And that's going to be stamped in the Calypso Coral, which is one of the colors in the paper. And I'm just going to stamp that right on the tag. Okay, there it is, Sending Hugs. And that's going to go directly on the card front. And I'll need to put, I'll put a glue dot on the one side because I think it'll end up sticking to that raised part. And I'll put a dimensional on the other side because then it'll go down in this little window part. So kind of 2 levels on that one greeting. There we go. So there you have it, 2 for 1 cards. Taking pieces here, and you cut out the scraps, leftovers, and put them on the second card. So let me show you where I got the inspiration from these. So these were part of, these cards that I'm about to show you on this project were part of a demonstrator exclusive event I did in June. It was called Creativity Now. It was a virtual event that Stampin' Up! Hosted on a Saturday, and we had like 4 hours of stamping and some demonstrations and things. So we used this same suite of products. So everything was revolving around the stamp set and the die set, the ribbon and the trinkets and the designer paper. So everything was made with those and those color schemes. So here's cards that we made with that. Here's one of them. So that we did a watercolor blender pen wash in the background there. You can see the little bees stamped in there, and you've got that nice soft seafoam ribbon there, and it says much love in your new life together. So if you knew someone with an anniversary, or not an anniversary, but a wedding or a bridal shower or something, that would be a nice, pretty delicate card. This one was fun. It used the brick and mortar background embossing folder, and we dusted a little bit of basic or craft white on it to give it some distressed look. Then we layered a bunch of the pieces of the dies cut out, some stamped, some just white pieces. The sending hugs we cut out by hand. Hold on, I don't know if I got them both in the camera view. I want to make sure. So those were 2 of the cards we made during that Creativity Now event. These were the 2 that inspired my cards. So my cards, of course, I used the new note cards, or not note cards, but the cards and envelopes that are part of Sale-A-Bration. But these were the 2 we made at the Creativity Now. So you can see they're basically the same. I changed it up a little bit with some colors. This one was originally a petal pink with some stamping. So we just stamped it ourselves. We didn't have a pre-printed background on this one. And then I changed the color of the greeting label. And then this one, again, we didn't have a pre-printed one. We just used a piece of soft sea foam, and there's actually some white embossing in there. I don't know if you can see it, maybe you can. And then we did some embossing on this little piece here. And that, again, today is a day to remember is also, those are the other 2 greetings from that card. And then we made a fun bag. This is the one I told you we used that piece of designer series paper. We used 2 large pieces of it to create this nice bag, and then a really pretty little tag, sending hugs, some other elements, and the ribbon. So it was a really fun event that Stampin' Up! Hosted. Again, it was something that they had never done before that way, and I really enjoyed it. And we had several ladies join me here in the studio that are also demonstrators that registered for it. And we all stamped and had a great time together. So that's one of the many reasons to become a demonstrator and get involved with a group, is because you can have so much fun together and create together, again, virtually or in person. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great rest of the week. I will be live sometime next week. I haven't yet picked which day. I got to see how the first 2 days of the week go, because his camp that he starts next week is different than the one he was on this week. So the schedule may run a little differently, but it definitely will not be Tuesday at lunch. That I know. And I will let you know and keep you posted. So thanks for joining me today or watching the replay, and I hope you enjoyed my projects. Bye, everybody.